everyone, Mom Mike here. Today's a quick video. This is my Nintendo Switch games collection, so let's get right into it. Starting off, I will mention the two digital games that I own, which are Stardew Valley and the amazing Shinsengumi Heroes in Love. And now we're going to move right along into the physical copies of games that I own. These are in no particular order. We are starting off with The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. I am not someone who plays all the Zelda games. I'm really not very good at them, but I can appreciate what they are, and I can definitely say this is a fantastic game, although I had more fun watching my roommate play and sort of helping them navigate, helping them solve the puzzles, than being the main person. I don't think I'm really the best Zelda player ever, but I love watching the stories play out, and I do like helping my roommate throughout the game. It's a fun game to sort of be player 2, which doesn't really exist. It's more of just a title that I give myself while we play. But that's kind of how I enjoy these games, because truthfully, I'm just not very good at them, even though I always give it my best. Next up, a game that I have played a ton of and that I still pick up periodically, that is Splatoon 2. Fantastic game. Highly recommend. If you have a Nintendo Switch and you have not tried this game, I definitely recommend it. And I am someone who did not like the game on Wii U. At the time, they only had the motion controls, and I was not a fan of it. As much as I wanted to try out the game, I just couldn't wrap my head around it. This game gives you the option. You can have the motion controls or not. I personally don't like the motion controls at all. I completely ignore them. But for people who enjoy those, you do still have that option if you liked the game on Wii U, but now we've got choices, and it's a really fun game. They keep adding new things to it, and I definitely recommend it. Next up, we have got Kirby Star Allies, a game that is an absolute joy to play. It's colorful, it's cute, and it's all about teamwork, which is a lot of fun. This game is for 1 to 4 players, and I played this the whole way through with my roommate, and we had a blast. If you love couch co-op games, this is a great one to pick up. It has a little bit of a puzzle mechanic because you'll need to switch around what powers you are utilizing in order to advance into different levels or to access certain areas. I will say that the final boss battle, the difficulty just spikes, and it was totally manageable because we're 2 adults, we could handle it. But I will note that if you're picking this game up for children, be prepared to maybe step in and help them as player 2, or player 3, 4, whoever, because the final boss battle just really ramps up the difficulty in comparison to the rest of the game. Next up, we have got ARMS, which is a game that I keep telling myself I need to get back into that. I just keep not finding the time to do so. But ARMS is a really inventive and different online game. I totally recommend this one. You can get really competitive with this game. I personally like the party mode online, where it's a variety of different ways to play, and it just has some really fun ideas in this. And this is another one that you can play motion controls or just use the controller, and that's how I personally play it. I think using the motion controls is fun against a real opponent, like a couch co-op opponent, I should say. But online, I'm just not as accurate with it. It's also quite tiring to play with the motion controls. But ARMS is another one. Very highly recommend if you're looking for some online games for your Nintendo Switch. Check out ARMS. It's got a ton of variety, lots of different ways to play, and they have ranked, they have not so competitive modes, so you can really play this the way that you want to. Next up is the game that I'm currently playing, which is Fallen Legion: Rise to Glory. This is 2 games in one. You have got Fallen Legion: Sins of an Empire and Fallen Legion: Flames of Rebellion. I believe those are the names, but don't quote me on those, but I'm pretty sure those are the games that are on here. This was an interesting one that I mentioned in the What I'm Playing video for September, because it doesn't sell itself as being 2 games on 1 cartridge, but that is indeed what this is. You've got the PlayStation Vita game and the PlayStation 4 game here on the Nintendo Switch. It's really weird that they don't market it that way, and so that's why I'm kind of guessing on the names of the games, because it's not listed on the back or anything like that. But this is a really unique game. The battle system is completely unlike anything I've ever played. It's very fast-paced, and I'm really enjoying it. In this game, you move from point to point on a map, similar to Fire Emblem, if you've played those games before. It's definitely interesting. I recommend checking this game out if you're looking for something a little bit different on your Nintendo Switch, or alternatively, if you play, PS4 or Vita, check out those games that are on there because I do like this a lot so far. I am right now playing the storyline where you are, Lander is his name, so I'm currently playing that storyline and really enjoying it. Next up is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, which you may notice is not even opened yet. I just picked this up. I knew that I wanted to get this game for Switch, but have not gotten around to even opening it yet. I really enjoyed the game on Wii U, so once they announced it for Switch, I knew that I'd be buying it again, especially because as it says on the front, it features new courses based on Super Mario Odyssey, which I think is going to be a ton of fun to get into, and it's just so cute. Captain Toad in his little outfit is so charming. You just want to help him through all the levels. I do recommend this game based on my playthrough on Wii U, of course. As you can see, this hasn't even been opened yet. But based on my Wii U 3 playthrough, I do recommend this game if you haven't already picked it up or tried it out. Next up is a game that I love, but I can't really recommend. This is Hello Kitty Cruisers. I got this for my birthday, and as a Hello Kitty fanatic, it is a fantastic game. As an actual kart racing game, this game is really bad. It's quite terrible. The graphics are really bad. I made the joke that for a PS2 game, it looks really good. And so it's a lot of fun if you're a Hello Kitty fan, but the levels just repeat constantly. You'll notice it's just the same level basically, just maybe colored slightly different, but the layouts don't even change from stage to stage. They're very similar. It's a really cute game. I have fun with it. I enjoy playing it because I'm a big Hello Kitty fan and Sanrio in general. I love those characters, but it's not a very good game. If you're actually looking for a Mario Kart alternative, this isn't it. I don't recommend picking this up unless you're a Hello Kitty fanatic like I am. Next up, this is Super Mario Odyssey. I will say right up front that I am trash at the Mario games, but much like the Zelda games, I love being along for the ride. I do like playing some of the easier levels at the beginning of the game. It's definitely a game I recommend if you love Mario. I'm just not very good at platformers. I didn't really grow up playing them, and so I find them to be very challenging. As an adult, it's been fun to play Crash Bandicoot, like the Insane Trilogy again, but goodness, I realize I'm not very good at these games. I have a ton of fun on the earlier stages, and towards the end of the game, the frustration sets in and it's not as much fun anymore. But Super Mario Odyssey has such a fantastic story. I liked helping my roommate along the way. Once we got to the levels that were more difficult, I liked sort of helping them find things and keeping an eye out for, little things here and there. And of course, just being along for the ride for the story was a ton of fun. I definitely recommend this if you like platformers, if you love Mario games. I just have to admit that I'm really bad at these. Next up, we have got Mario Tennis Aces, another one I totally recommend if you are looking for some competitive, some online games for your Nintendo Switch. I have not put a ton of time into this yet, but what I've played has been great. Another one too that's great for couch co-op. My roommate and I have just had a ton of fun playing this together, and it does have a story mode in addition to the online, the couch co-op. There's a lot of different ways to play this game. And lastly, we have got Shining Resonance Refrain, and this is the Draconic Launch Edition, which I did do an unboxing of if you are interested, but this just has an absolutely beautiful metal pack, I believe they call it, because it's not really a steelbook, it's like a metal case that holds the game, but I think it is so cool, and it's just something different to have in the collection. I love steelbooks, and I absolutely love collecting any sort of special edition of a game. I have never gotten one of these before, so I thought that's really neat. I definitely want this for the collection, and it was sort of just the launch edition of the game. I didn't pay extra for this in any ways, it was just the launch edition. But this is a game I've not yet started, so I can't recommend it in any way, but this is a game that I was highly anticipating. I had been keeping my eye on it, waiting for it to go up for pre-order, and I definitely will be playing this one after Fallen Legion Rise to Glory. So that was my Nintendo Switch collection. Let me know in the comments below what games you've picked up for your Switch, or if you have any game recommendations for me. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time. Bye!